Now back to your favorites.
VOX FM 106.9.
The silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Good afternoon. You're tuned into Ability Matters, the program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities and everything in between. We are one of the longest running disability-related shows in the world, starting as Headway On Air all the way back in 2007 and now brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered disability support organisation.
Good afternoon. You're listening to Ability Matters on your station 106.9 VOX FM, the Illawarra's favourite community radio station. First of all, I'd like to thank Tim for the past 2 hours of his wonderful, wonderful show, Through the Past Darkly. Great name, great tunes. Good stuff, Tim. Thank you very much. And, of course, I'm with you today now. I'm your host, Tony Scognamilio, and with me as per normal these days now is Rebecca. How are you, Beck?
Hey, good. How you going? Thanks, Tony.
I'm going well. And we have a guest with us today.
We do. We have Dan from FitTech Studios. How are you going, Dan?
Good, Rebecca. Thank you. And Tony, thank you for having me today.
No worries.
So basically, I'll lead in and start and tell you a little bit behind this.
Just take over the show. That's fine. Go for it, Beck. Go for it.
I originally met Dan through some rehabilitation work that I had wanted to do, mainly to get myself to the best version that I could be, and use the technology that they've got available at FitTech Studios to assist with getting back to that best version that I could be.
Back to a stable level, yes?
Yeah.
Right.
Where everything's functioning well. So basically, from me being able to do that, I thought it would be great to get Dan in to talk about all the wonderful things that they have to offer.
Help spread the word. Beautiful.
Yes. So, basically, I'll ask you, what's your mission and vision for FitTech Studios? What are you guys about, Dan?
Good double words there. Mission and vision. Nice. Go for it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So, we're at FitTech. We are a health and wellness company and actually a leading authority in wireless EMS technologies. So what our mission essentially is to be helping tens of thousands of Australians to reclaim their independence and increase their confidence by utilizing this technology together with personalized and proven movement methods. So just to give you a little bit of an insight, EMS stands for Electromuscular Stimulation. So these are, I guess, suits that you can wear and during exercise that can help you stimulate the muscles a bit more, get them engaged more so we can get more out of the workout or the treatment that we're performing. Our vision is that through collaboration and innovation, we can change people's perception of what is possible when it comes to improving their health and eradicating lifestyle diseases.
Oh, that sounds great. So basically, it can help with range of movement and things like that, get everything going and working even better than it could on its own.
Yes, exactly. So when you're actually performing exercise to your ability. However, the suit can help with that exercise to engage the muscles more. And the benefits are that we can, in different situations, there can be different benefits, but it can strengthen the muscles. So we can then obviously with time improve and be able to do more, but also it can obviously work on the cardiovascular system to improve your endurance and also burn a bit more energy, which can help with, our body composition or even weight loss.
Oh, excellent. That sounds great.
So essentially, this suit is like an electrical powered suit. So it's like going to give you a little, I don't know if this is exactly correct now, but I'm just imagining a little electric shock on maybe your shoulder, somewhere like that, or your elbow to help make your arm move. Yes?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, correct. So it delivers electrical impulses right on the muscle.
Impulse, not shock. Yes.
Yeah,
right, yes.
impulses. Yeah, and it stimulates the nerve, and the nerve then contracts the muscle, which makes it work. It's a wireless. Actually, we were one of the first ones to bring in the wireless EMS technology, which. It's completely wireless. You can move around. You're not like hooked up with cables or anything like that.
Long extension cord.
Yeah, that's right. You don't need long cables, and you can perform any exercises that you like, and the suit delivers the impulses right on the muscle, so we can get it working a bit more. And the idea is that with different, let's say, conditions, it can help with rehabilitation. So if we have an injury, it can work the muscle if we can't work it ourselves. And with different conditions, such as, let's say, for example, in strokes, we can get, like, let's say, if the person cannot move their arm that well, we can work the muscle there, so we can hopefully send some signals back to the brain, so we can relearn the movement pattern for moving that arm.
So essentially, I can just understand that you're taking over the brain's initial role as being the spark.
Correct.
To make the muscle perform the movement. Yes?
Correct. Yeah. Right. So, in an instances, yeah. So that's correct.
So that's trying to maybe retrain the brain into thinking okay, if I have this sort of sensation, that means this sort of thing has to happen. So movement.
Correct.
Right.
Yes, correct.
I see how it means. Yes, good work.
It sounds excellent, and I know for a fact through my own rehabilitation, it's got a lot of muscle memory working again, and I could do things I couldn't do before.
Of course, I forgot about muscle memory. So that same concept of muscle memory would apply here as well, wouldn't it? I mean, the brain, of course, is learning through repetition.
Of course.
And the shock therapy, I don't mean shock therapy is good stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so through the shock therapy, the brain is retraining itself, and then through muscle memory, the arms or the legs are relearning what they're supposed to do, yes?
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, correct. That's how it can be beneficial with different conditions, depending what people are dealing with. That's why it's very good with people that have any neurological conditions, such as strokes, cerebral palsy, Parkinson's disease.
And I'm guessing, the brain injury part as well, yes?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Depending, of course, the part of brain that's been injured, because I know different lobes and different things like that are more important or concerned primarily with things like speech, temperature regulation, that kind of thing. But this is more specifically motor functions, yes?
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
Motor functions, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for that. That was great.
And I'm sure there'll be maybe a bit more of that as the show goes on.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
That's what it's all about, yes. So that was just a preview there, listeners. Good stuff. Don't forget to stay listening, but I think I'll open up. We have more?
I was just going to ask you, Dan, how did this all come about? What made you come up with this concept to get FitTech Studios up and running?
Yes, so thanks, Rebecca. I guess we found this technology and we wanted to see how we can get this technology to help people get more benefits in shorter amount of time. But around that time when we were investigating this technology, my wife actually, her name is Vesna, she had a stroke, and she had, I guess, sort of similar, altered abilities such as yourself. Yes. And so we had to find different ways of how we can help her situation, and EMS we found was really helpful in her recovery to be able to get her right side, her arm and her leg moving a bit more, and getting her back to the normal daily routines that she was able to do before
Or as
the
close to
stroke.
normal as she can get.
Exactly.
Now, I understand that with a brain injury, if you get whatever side of the brain you get injured on, the opposite side of the body is affected the most. Like
That is correct.
For myself, I got hit in the head with a jet ski on the right side of my head, so my left side of the body is entirely weakened.
Yep.
But my right side is pretty normal. Well, it's a good thing that I'm right-handed, so yeah, good stuff there. So, okay, well, I'm just going to take a little break here. We'll play some songs and we'll get right back to it, okay? Thank you very much. I'm going to open up today's show with Mungo Jerry in the Summertime from 1970, even though it's looking summertime outside nowadays, but we've had our overcast, hot and cold here and there, but let's not focus on that, so here we go. In the Summertime, Mungo Jerry.
Afternoon delight.
So let's get back to the little chat there. We'll go for it.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Go for it, Beck.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask you, Dan, a little bit more about FitTech. I'd like to know how it can help people with the NDIS.
Yeah, thanks, Beck. So we do actually help people that are on the NDIS. We are NDIS registered ourselves, and we help NDIS participants that potentially have these neurological conditions or even metabolic conditions that we can help them with exercise. Ourselves, we have exercise physiologists in our studio, so they're accredited allied health professionals that can treat people with these conditions through exercise, and that's how we help the NDIS participants. They can use their funding to come to sessions with us where the exercise physiologist will take them through a bit of an assessment and then design an exercise program for them that is going to help them with their condition to get them, increase their independence, hopefully, and increase their capacity to do the daily living activities.
Yes, I can kind of vouch for that. When I came in, everybody was great at FitTech Studios, and they were all willing to work with what my abilities were and how I could function and what my limitations were around them. So basically, is it a thing where you assess what they can do and then work to within their scope of what they're able to do and where they want to go.
Their limitations, of course. You don't want to push them too hard on.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And also what their goals are. I think you mentioned there the other day that you've been to other places where potentially the people that were helping you were trying to go in a different direction, whereas we would definitely like to have a look at what is the current capacity of the person and what their goals are, and enable them to reach their goals, I guess, faster.
Yes. So I suppose you've got a whole, from what I've seen in there, there's a whole range of different groups that cater to different conditions, and even got a group in there for seniors if they'd like to have a go.
Yeah, we actually do. So apart from the NDIS side, we also work with people that have diabetes. So we have partnered with the NDSS, the National Diabetes Services Scheme, which through which we organize a program called Beat It, and that program helps people with diabetes to get on top of their diabetes through exercise and some general nutrition guidance. But also, we also have another group called Move with Women, where it's a ladies group that help women to get together, socialize a little bit through exercise, and get a bit healthier as well. And also we have the seniors classes as well, where we help our seniors to stay a bit more active, because it is even more important as we get older for our muscles to be strong to support us. So through our older age.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I love coming in and seeing all the old people having a go. They do really well.
Yeah, 100%.
They're right into it.
Yeah.
Doing their thing, that's right. I'm just going to get back into my usual scheme here, and then we'll get back to the next part of the information. But we got here, I've got some Steely Dan with Fire in the Hole lined up from 1972 right after this. Yes, that was just a Steve Miller Band with Fly Like an Eagle from 1976. But most people might know the Seal version, which was released in 1996 for the movie Space Jam. And, of course, the song I played before that one was by Steely Dan called Fire in the Hole from 1972. So, thanks for the trivia. Thanks for the reminders there, Beck. And, yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
Go for it.
I just want to get a bit more into things with you, Dan, and ask you, how can people get remote help at the home through the FitTech Studios at the moment?
Yeah, so the technology, the suit itself is actually quite mobile. So it's just a suit, and it can be in a little box that can be controlled through an iPad or an iPhone. So the technology is quite accessible and can be moved and used at home as well. And FitTech Studios can actually help people through, let's say, telehealth appointments, where we can do a bit of an assessment and give some recommendations on how they can use the technology to help in their home.
I'm sorry, just hearing you say that comes by remote. So essentially, does that mean that if you had trouble walking yourself or anything like that, I'm just imagining someone with the remote being able to tell them where to send the electric shocks to make the legs kick and move, so you make yourself move like that. I'm just getting very sci-fi in my head.
No,
so.
No, actually, it is heading down that direction. At the moment, it's not quite that advanced. We are stimulating the muscles, let's say, that are involved in walking, and we're trying to, I guess, re-establish that pattern of the muscles firing. So we are actually working with the manufacturers of this technology to develop these patterns of how we can turn the muscles on for walking, that are used for walking. So yeah, it is kind of getting there, I guess.
I'm more just imagining like you can control yourself like a robot, even though you're a person. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can use the iPad and control the muscle groups. Yeah.
Beautiful. So I wasn't just thinking wrong. Okay.
No.
There you go, listeners. I was on the right track there. Good stuff.
And with this NDIS, I think a lot of people get daunted about things when money or anything becomes involved, so they can actually get the suit funded through NDIS. Is that correct?
Yes. So there's still a little bit more room to grow there in terms of acknowledging the suit through the NDIS.
Yes.
Several people, we have helped people to grab it through, I guess, to fund it through the NDIS, obviously with our recommendation. So yeah, but obviously it can be bought privately or through the NDIS.
Because I know there's been a lot of it on the news lately, people just scamming the NDIS, like something like millions of dollars a day. I can't believe there's that. I can't really grasp that whole statistic there, but I'm not sure how accurate my terms were just then, but I just know it was somewhere in the terms like millions of dollars a day. I mean, that's just crazy. And these are people who are out there who don't necessarily deserve the NDIS. They don't use it for anything more than just getting the funding, so they're ripping off people who are out there who are in desperate and dire need for that sort of funding. So, that's a different story. So, yeah, let's get straight back to it, shall we? Little 2 cents worth there.
I guess also I wanted to say that, this is a technology that is used by, accredited health professionals. And part of what we do as well is we like to educate other health professionals on how to use it to help other people.
Yep.
Awesome. So I just thought that, that I might put that out for a few people just to let them know that's an avenue that they can go down, so they're not as daunted by what the technology is and how they can use it to best suit their needs. But I thought I'd also follow up with a question about what's coming up for you at FitTech Studios, Dan.
Yeah, we have quite a few things actually happening at FitTech. We recently opened up an allied health co-working hub, so where we invite, I guess, and we have other health professionals working at our location at FitTech to collaborate and help more, I guess, collaborate on these innovations that on how we can help people together, essentially.
So it's kind of like a holistic approach where you've got all the different groups of people in the one environment so they can all be working towards achieving the best results for that one person.
Yes, exactly. So we provide, I guess, let's say exercise physiology, but at this Allied Health Co-working Hub, we have, occupational therapists and physiotherapists that can use the space and our studio to obviously provide different services to NDIS participants or any other clients. So yeah, it's and also it provides a very good space for collaboration and nurturing new ideas and how we can use technology to help people better.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I think that there should be some more places out there like that.
Yeah, I think so too. Sometimes people are scared maybe of sharing the knowledge out there, but I think we're very big believers in sharing the knowledge with other people, because the knowledge is there to be shared, so that other people can benefit of that. I don't see any benefit of holding on to knowledge or even clients that we help. Yeah,
that's right.
Excellent.
Some other things also that we have actually happening is we are developing a bit of an EMS academy, or how we can teach other people how to utilize EMS technology.
And by EMS, I'm sure he refers to the Electric Muscle Stimulation
technology. Yeah,
yes.
Correct.
Just bringing up the listeners who might have missed the first half of the show. So there we go.
Thank you for that. We also, with our technology background, we actually are working on a software as well, where we can bit of a virtual trainer, where we can actually have online access to this software for people to be able to have a look at some exercises and more guided exercise plans being provided to them very easily, potentially utilizing artificial intelligence and all that.
Oh wow, it sounds really good. It sounds like that space is really opening up to make sure that people get the best kind of care that they can get.
Correct, yeah. There's technology is really gaining momentum these days, and we are trying to, I guess, utilize that to be able to help people more.
Beautiful. Now, so as soon as you say the term online, I can just imagine people would go online to look up different exercise or routines or instructions, even if they lost track of it over the weekend or something like that, and they can't get a chance to go in and see you guys until maybe Monday morning, and they can't wait for that sort of thing. So the online is like the best shortcut possible, yes?
Yeah, correct. It's just ease of access.
Lovely. That's the term. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, ease of access for the some of these programs that, and sometimes online you might find something that actually might not suit your needs. Maybe depending on your abilities, it might be not suitable.
Not fitting for you, yes. But other
exactly.
people maybe. So that's
exactly.
There, so you take what you want.
Yeah, but what we're trying to do, I guess, we're trying to develop a software that can actually look at your abilities and be able to provide more accurate information and more suitable information for the person.
Beautiful. Okay then. Well, I think it's about time I just take a little break here. I'm going to play for you the next song. Will be Betty Everett, the Shoop Shoop song, which in his Kiss from 1957. However, everyone knows the Cher version, but this is the original version, but it's a 1964 re-recording of the 1957 song. But this is by Betty Everett, and I'm going to play it right after this little information. Okay, this is all about the jukebox thing for VOX FM, so if you've got a pen and paper handy or whatever it is, just take note. It'll tell you about the online streaming service of VOX FM, okay? So here we go.
VOX FM now has all your favourite classic hits playing right through the night, 7 days a week. From our final live program right up until breakfast the next morning. You can hear non-stop, all-time favourites that VOX FM is famous for. 106.9 FM on your radio dial, or www.voxfm.org.au or www.myradiostream.com/VOX FM.
Does he love me?
Cockroaches are tough, but Dan's Pest Control is tougher. Whether you have cockroaches, spiders or other crawly visitors, Dan's qualified experience will rid you of these nasty pests with safe pest control sprays that will tackle each problem in a way that's suited to your individual issue. Dan's Pest Control specialises in dealing with German cockroaches and know where they lurk. Call Dan's Pest Control today on 0410 403 135 for more information and a free quote. Dan's Pest Control for professional, competitive prices and customer service that will leave you smiling. Station sponsor.
You can now enjoy listening to your favourite Illawarra Community radio station, VOX 106.9 FM, via live streaming over the internet. Just go to myradiostream.com/VOX FM to enjoy the huge variety of programs that VOX FM is famous for. Be sure to tell all of your family and friends that no matter where in the world they may be, VOX FM is now available for their listening pleasure. Just go to www.voxfm.org.au or www.myradiostream.com/VOX FM.
Hi, Matt Welsh here. In Australia, drowning is one of the biggest killers of kids under 5. So take a few minutes to check your pool barrier set for this summer. Visit kidsafe.com.au to find out how. Because safe barriers save lives.
VOX FM Community Service Announcement.
That's right, barriers around pools. Don't disregard it because, got to save the kids. Okay,
Definitely.
Let's get straight back to it, shall we?
Okay,
Go for it,
so
Daniel.
now we're just going to touch a bit briefly on my journey, and I suppose I'll let Dan lead in with questions he would like to ask, and I'll give the information.
I'm just cutting in now. I'm just suggesting that is that because all the electromuscular routines that Dan's been talking about has helped you in a big way. Yes,
massively.
Here we go, listeners. This is the living example right in front of me. I mean, no one else can see it, but I can see it, and she's able-bodied, 100%.
Yeah, she's been really great, actually. I think she doesn't give herself enough credit for how well she's done. We've been very grateful to have Rebecca in our studio for quite a few years now, and she has done really well. I remember the first day when she actually walked in with a walking frame, and had a bit of trouble getting around through some of the movements, exercises, and the electromuscular stimulation technology that we utilized in the exercises. We were able to help her improve quite a lot. And now she doesn't require that walking frame anymore. She's
much I've
she's
noticed,
improved.
yes.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
I found that with the suit on, I was able to get that muscle memory where things would start working again even if I wasn't wearing the suit, because I used it that often.
Your muscles just got used to it. Or more, your brain just got used to it.
It reconnected what I had.
Reconnection, good word.
Yeah, reconnected everything. So I was able to walk around a lot freer, and then I actually got the confidence. From walking on a walking frame, I was getting a hunchback, and I was starting to look a bit like I was a granny before my time.
A bit like a cartoon, yeah?
Yeah, so I got the confidence from using that suit and knowing the strength within my legs to be able to say, well, hang on a minute, I'm going to use this massive stick that I use at the moment. It's a bit like a Gandalf staff. And I need to walk upright and have better posture.
Yes.
So that actually gave me the confidence to go from needing both hands to lean on something to be able to use one hand to lean on something. And having said that, it's also my weak arm from after the stroke. I've been able to train it to be my strong arm and hold my walking stick.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, and sometimes people think about that, strength, and they correlate that to weights and things like that, heavy lifting. Whereas I think strength to me means, being able to actually move without potentially too much difficulties or discomfort. So I think it's been really great that you can be able to build up that strength so that you can move a bit freer now and without too much difficulty.
Yes, so I would say basically I have a blood clot condition that gave me a lot of blood clots in my left arm, which meant I wasn't really able to focus on weights or things like that too well, which is where FitTech Studios came in.
Cliches, weightlifting stuff.
FitTech Studios came in and were able to work with what my conditions and abilities were. And we worked on leg strength and core
training, that's right,
cardiovascular stuff to keep me primed and optimized. So basically, I was able to get my body back to a state where I was probably as normal as had been in the last 10, 15 years or so since I had the stroke. So I've seen massive changes in the way that everything works within my body. So it's great. It's a great opportunity if you can get involved with FitTech Studios and see what they're able to do for you.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, your journey has been very empowering for a lot of people in our community. So I want to thank you for that. And also, I guess if I leave the listeners with one thing is that although technology can help us quite a lot, such as the EMS or electromuscular stimulation technology, I think we are always big proponents of movement and getting people to move a bit more. And if you can just get out and move a little bit more, even out and about, or if you can find somebody that can help you with certain exercises, I think that's the way to go. It will help people move a bit better and get stronger, feel more comfortable within themselves.
Yes,
Beautiful. That's right.
I feel like it's, I think I've been associated with FitTech Studios for maybe the last 5 years or so.
Half a decade.
Yeah, and it's just been amazing, the leaps and bounds that I have gone from strength to strength, and not just in my abilities and what I can actually do with my body, but also confidence-wise and socialising with other people. So it's all around, I think, a great concept.
So I'm just assuming that, like, the stronger the body, the stronger you got with your body, the stronger your confidence level, like the stronger your confident mind got. Yes.
Yeah,
and correlation. Yes.
The better I was able to move things, the more it gave me that confidence to step out of my comfort zone and actually try new things.
Embrace it. Beautiful.
Instead of being scared of what may happen.
And I've just realised something a little bit out of skew at the moment. I forgot to mention that last song I just played for you. Everybody, if you're listening and want to know the name of that last song, In Excess, Kiss the Dirt, Falling Down the Mountain from 1985. There we go. That's been playing in my little head there for the last moment. Don't realise so. Yeah.
All right, Tony. Get off the chest.
Get off the horse. Okay. Yep. Okay. Should I go back to more songs? Yeah.
I'd just like to quickly jump in with a little bit of my own information.
Yep.
Next week, I'm having an event through Community Industry Group, which is based in Port Kembla. They're offering free diversity training with my Altered Abilities course. So I call that my Altered Abilities Awareness course. Just to let people know if they would love to attend, they can jump on Eventbrite and look up Altered Abilities, and that's also a free training that's offered by the Community Industry Group. So it goes for about an hour and a half. So
Altered Abilities, aren't you part of that group there?
That's me.
That's
yes.
your group, right? Yes. So you're just self-promotion. Lovely, good stuff. That's the right place good place to promote it too. Good work, Beck.
And I'd just like to say, are we going to close off with the tune there, Tony?
Well, it's still got about 8 minutes to go, so 7 or 8, like that sort of thing. So I'll play a couple tunes. I've got a little Boston tune lined up from the 70s still. Foreplay, Long Time, 1976. Maybe a little 70s disco, but yeah, it's from 76, so go for it. Enjoy. And that was just Richard Marx with Right Here Waiting from 1989. And that's going to be close to our last song for today's show. I want to thank Beck and thank Dan for showing up and giving us some very insightful information about this new electromagnetic muscle stimulation shoot. Oh, I don't know if it's magnetic. I just gone from memory there, so yeah. What was it? What is it specifically?
Yeah, it's electromuscular stimulation.
Muscular, not magnetic. There we go. Wrong M word. Go for it. And yes, thank you, Beck, for organising it on behalf of whoever. So, yeah, good stuff. And we'll try and get you on back later on in the year, maybe. Yeah?
Yeah, 100%. I'm always here to, help out in any way I can. I hope this was helpful for your listeners and insightful.
Well,
and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
I'd just like to add, Dan, could you please give us your phone number?
Oh, yes, details.
So people can get in contact with you if they like.
Yeah, if people like to get in touch with us, they can phone the number 02 4210 9660.
Excellent. Thank you very much for providing that.
Thank you, guys.
I'd love to say thank you very much, Tony, and thank you very much for coming along and having a chat with us today, Dan. It was lovely.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Beck.
Okay, well, I think we're about to close smack on the hour, so get ready to... I'll play some instrumental here from Joe Satriani's Circles from 1987, but until then, be prepared for the next Smooth Connection coming up straight after this.